What's up, everybody? Welcome to Sunday Night Mocks presented by FanDuel. I'm your host, Simon, joined as always by my very handsome and almost just as smart co-hosts, Josh and John Luke. What's up, guys?
What up?
Feeling good. Simon, I haven't seen you in so long. I miss you, buddy. I miss you. Where have you been?
Like a whole 2 minutes. I'm in the bathroom about 10 minutes from you, Josh.
Oh, behind you right there?
Oh, shit. I was going to not tell people I was streaming from the bathroom, and then immediately...
we can see the toilet in the frame.
That's the sink. Now you can see the toilet.
Now I can see the toilet. Are you sitting on the toilet?
I am sitting on the toilet.
You're streaming sitting on the toilet.
I cannot confirm or deny what is happening below the nipples on this stream.
Below the nipples at any time.
Cheese. I had a quesadilla for lunch, so this could be
you dumb boy.
This could be so convenient. Maybe this is my new setup going forward.
Could be.
Simon, we all know you're at home. Let's be honest. Like this is where you're going. Like,
I feel very good right here. This is
very natural.
For me. Guys, today we are doing a 7-team mock draft, and we got some interesting rules that we are going to be following. One, it's a 7-team mock draft. That's a weird number of teams, so we wanted to mix it up a little bit. We're keeping mixing up the size, but JL, Josh, and I are going to be drafting based on age ranges. So we random number generated it ahead of time. Josh is going to be drafting 24 and under. So anybody 24 or younger, Josh can draft on his team.
And all the upside.
All the upside. I get that middle spot. I get 25 to 27 players in their prime, but maybe there's fewer of them. I got that smallest range. And then JL.
I got the old fogey.
Guys, you got the old folks home, JL. 28 plus.
It's going to suck.
Are you looking forward to it?
I am so looking forward to it. This is going to be so much fun. I said it sucked, but I'm really looking forward to it.
We have one more spot open in this draft. I just sent it in the chat. So one more person. We would love for you to draft along with us. We are going to start the draft promptly at 7:16 Eastern time. It'll kick off at 7:15, 60 seconds to make sure you're ready, Crack your knuckles, do a couple push-ups.
I do the crack the knuckles, the little stretch. You got to get ready. The little dance. Josh does it before every. Oh, we are full. We are full. I'm drafting from the 5th spot. We got it.
Jail from the 5, Tim from the 3. I got the number 1 overall pick in this draft.
7.
And Josh drafted from the 7 at the turn.
There was one guy I was really hoping I would get, and he's probably the 101 in 90% of leagues out there, Jonathan Taylor. Obviously, I have to draft people 24 and under, and when you look at the top tiers of players, Simon's got all those guys pretty much. So
every guy probably.
Yeah, Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, and then all of Simon's guys.
All Simon.
Guys, before we get into this draft, a couple reminders. First of all, if you're watching this and you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that like button on YouTube. It's the easiest way to show your support for what we are doing over here. Then after you do that, hit that big red subscribe button. When have you ever seen a big red button and not wanted to push it? It's sitting right there. They made it red.
Never once.
Right? Every time you see it, you're like, oh, I got to push that. I wonder what it does. Well, this one, it's pretty easy. It just subscribes you to FanDuel. They've got all sorts of awesome content coming out. After you do that, check them out on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter. They're at FanDuel across all of these platforms, and they've got a whole team of almost as killer as us content creators helping you guys win some money and win your leagues. They just don't have the dance moves like Josh.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. They're just not hitting like that,
Yeah.
Just they're quite
definitely not hitting that at all. Guys, like I mentioned, we're going to be doing this draft. I did want to talk to you guys a little bit before we go into this about maybe some strategies, because I didn't know what my strategy was going to be until I started looking at the players in my age range. And then it's really dictating how I need to draft. Josh, without giving too much away, you don't have to tell everybody, But
I mean, it's not like JL or you are gonna steal my strategy. You really can.
We can't take your guys.
For me, it was. I mean, like we were going through your list a little bit, Simon, and we were kind of like, let's be honest. In your age range, you got to hit running back early, right? You got to hit running back early because in that 25 to 27-year-old running backs, those are the running backs that are going in the first 3 rounds of the NFL draft. You know? I mean, in the fantasy draft. So I think you got to hit running back early. I'm just going to take best player available when it comes down to it. Like whoever's the youngest and best player, I'm just going to play it that way. I'm not going to try to build a balanced team or like going all wide receiver, all running back. With my young players, they're all going to be high upside guys. So I'm just going to try to take best player available and hit that upside, essentially.
You're going to have such a fun team, I feel like, Josh. You may not leave the draft feeling like this is the best team, but you're going to leave with like the most fun, the team with the most to look forward to find.
You're going to look at my team after this draft and be like, if every single one of these people's hit, you won, man. You got it.
You win, yeah.
I'm going to have some people hit.
Joe, what about you visiting the old folks' home? Is there any strategy as you've looked through the players you get to draft?
Let's be honest, guys. 28 is not old. That means a lot for all of us if 28 is old, but in the NFL, maybe it is.
I know. It's very sad that's kind of considered
28
old now.
Is so young. It's
so young. It's so young. I want all the 28-year-olds. I want all the 28-year-olds. There are enough good 28 and up players that I'm going to be fine. I'm going to hate it, but I'm going to be fine.
Yeah. The wide receivers for you, JL, is sexy.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Tim
very sexy
was over here, and he just gave me some very important breaking news, vital information.
Tell us. D-Man.
Happy birthday, Simon. Let's go. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, man. Happy to have you, man. Yeah, let's go.
Thank you so much.
Tim. Thank you. You're the man.
Thank you. And thank you, Tim. And thank you, Tim, for this sick Hunter Renfrow jersey.
Hunter Renfrow.
And
sorry to interrupt you, though. I had to break the news.
Oh, did you say Dynasty wide receiver 1, JL?
I did.
Hunter Renfrow? Yeah. Dynasty wide receiver 1, Hunter Renfrow. Mm-hmm. Right, Josh?
Josh agrees. That's what that face means.
I'm nervous about Hunter Renfrow. I think he's uber talented. I think he's a really good NFL receiver. And going into last season, I would not have said that. I would have been like, he's good. He belongs in the NFL, but I would not have said a very good NFL receiver. Now I truly believe that he's a great route runner. He's with a good quarterback, and he's going to get targets, but I think he's going to have a worse fantasy season than last year. With Devonte Adams and Darren Waller healthy, it's going to be tough for him.
Probably.
Probably, yeah. Good, but I don't think he's going to be as good as last year. I think
good, not great.
Good, not great. He'll be a wide receiver 3, probably. Know what I mean? We're not getting a wide receiver.
Maybe a top end wide receiver 3 even.
Oh, but that's 100%. And that's totally cool. Like, there's value in guys that hit wide receiver 3. That can be a good wide receiver. I feel like there's this mindset that you have to be like a wide receiver 2 to be worthwhile on a fantasy team, but that's just there's only 24 of those guys. And you start looking at the names, like, and you run through them, you hit 24 really fast, and there's still so many good names that come out.
Points are points. Fantasy points are fantasy points.
That's a great point, JL. Points are points. What else could they be, though?
About
beef. They could be anything. Guys, we got some people in the chat ready for today's show. Our draft is going to kick off in about 7 minutes. What's up, Craig? Craig got some Sunday night trivia for us. He says, what year did CD sales first exceed cassette sales?
Hold on. I
have no frame of reference.
2004.
2007.
Oh, I was going to go 1999. That's what I was.
You might be right.
I'm going to go. If we're being honest, I was going to say 1979.
Oh, see, no, stop. I was thinking VHS.
Oh, same.
I was thinking VHS.
I'm going to go back to my
thinking
original
MP3.
Answer, 1979.
It's so much earlier. It's so much earlier. It's like mid 90s. It's
96.
I'm going to go 96.
98.
96. Here's the problem, Craig.
I got 96.
I said it.
Here's the problem. CDs have existed my entire life.
That's a good year.
So I really have no idea when CDs took over from cassettes.
No,
I'm pretty certain it was like before I have memory.
I'm like 2 months
know when it was.
younger, 2 months older than you, Simon. So same.
Yeah. It wasn't in that 2 month period where it switched from cassettes to CDs.
It was not.
Okay.
Nope.
And even if it was, like, you guys would remember some shit. Yeah. Like,
I remember,
we probably remember some shit for sure.
Yeah. I remember my birth. We've got Tim in here saying, I won't win this draft, but goodness me, oh my, I'm going to make sure JL doesn't win.
Gosh dang it, Tim.
And Maria said, best seat in the house. You're damn straight. I got the best seat in the house. They call it a throne for a reason, and that's where I'm hanging out. We got Joey right in the chat. Oh, hi. Hi, Joey.
Hi.
Joey was
you were napping.
You might have seen him running around the expo today doing up to some antics. He was killing it today. NBA, what's up? He said, oh my, hola Sunday FYF family. Glad to see all three of my favorite fantasy folks. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday to you.
Yeah.
Did you see Josh just start cheesing whenever we said three of my favorite fantasy analysts? The grin that spread across his face. And thank you so much for the happy birthday.
Yeah.
Maria said, it's weird. I think y'all forgot to sing. I think I remember it happening.
No, we did it. Just go back. Oh, no.
NBA's inside. What's your favorite cake flavor? There's a very specific cake that I like. It's like what's it called? It's called the Napoleon, and it's from the Marietta Diner in Georgia, right outside of Atlanta. And Marietta, believe it or not, is where the Marietta Diner is. And it's basically a fancy Twinkie that's about this thick. It's just like cream and then phyllo dough, like puff pastry. It's so good. It's just.
I think it's called a Kahlua trifle. My mom makes it. That's my favorite. I don't even know if that's technically a cake, but.
Craig in here saying 1991 is the answer.
Way too early.
Oh, shoot. Another Craig was very close with 1992. Craig with a C. What's up, Craig? Trey in here said full PPR redraft.
This is funny. This is funny that he brings it up.
Craig, did someone pay you to ask this? Because we have gotten in heated arguments about Bateman versus Mooney.
Listen, but it was a little bit more. There was a little bit more nuance to it when we first had the argument. I think there was this conversation that happened earlier. It was Mooney versus Bateman, but there was this conversation about like whether they each could be great fantasy receivers. And I was very much on, Bateman could be a top 24 receiver easily. I think he probably will be. Right now, I have my projections done, and Bateman winds up at wide receiver 25, and Mooney winds up at wide receiver 23. So I was on the Bateman side originally.
You're switching teams.
My projections. I'm not switching teams. I love Bateman. I'm a Baltimore fan. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to it, once the projections comes through, there's probably going to be a little bit more pass attempts on the Chicago Bears, in my opinion. Mooney's the number one target by far. Bateman's the number two target behind Mark Andrews. So I would lean Mooney myself.
I'm not out on Bateman. I like Bateman, and I draft Bateman at where he's getting drafted all the time because I have him as a top 24 wide receiver. He's my wide receiver 23. But I have Darnell Mooney as a top 12 wide receiver. He's my wide receiver 12 this season. I know that's hot, but just hear me out. He got the volume last year. He had over 140 targets. I'm expecting that volume or higher this year in the 140 to 160 range for Darnell Mooney. Justin Fields' situation, I know we talk about Trevor Lawrence all the time and how bad his situation was. The coaching situation, just on the field coaching, was arguably just as bad, if not worse, for Justin Fields with Matt Nagy there. He was not playing to his strengths. Justin Fields is at his best when he's outside of the pocket and he's able to get free. And in that Bears offensive line combined with the play calling, he was just stuck there in that pocket waiting to get murdered. I'm expecting a large step forward from Justin Fields this year, which if Mooney's getting 150 targets, then I'm in. Like, he has a safe floor.
They went into the season expecting Andy Dalton to be the quarterback all year. And when Justin Fields became the starter, they didn't change the offense at all. They didn't have any design runs for Justin Fields. They weren't opening up this offense. This was not – you're absolutely correct, Simon. I'm with you.
I'm with you. He had a follow-up question. We're about to start our draft soon, but we can hit this one. Jail, you want to hit this? Do you like Thielen more or less than Mooney and Bateman in redraft?
This is almost
you're asking the good questions.
This is a really good question.
This is a good one.
It's tougher. And who's answering this one?
Go ahead.
So I'm going to tell you, I have projections. Just off my projections, I have Adam Thielen because all of my projections have every player playing 17 games, right? So my projections do have Adam Thielen as my wide receiver 21 and Mooney as my wide receiver 23. But if I'm on the clock in my draft, I'm going to take Mooney ahead of Thielen. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. I'm going to take both of these guys right ahead of Thielen. I'm just not as, he does have a nose for the end zone. I'm not going to trust that this season over those two guys who I feel like are going to get much higher volume.
And I'm going to mention it. It's not necessarily something I believe, but we saw, dare I say, a mini breakout from KJ Osborne last year. He looked good towards the end of the season. He was a touchdown guy as well for that team. He's younger, obviously. Thielen's hitting that age mark. I still expect Adam Thielen to be a good fantasy option, but there is a world where KJ Osborne takes over as the second target on that team over Adam Thielen, in which case you're just shit out of luck. I don't think there's a world where Mooney's not the first target on the Bears unless they trade for a superstar wide receiver, or Bateman's not at least the second option on the Ravens. So that's just another reason. I'm right there with you guys. Completely agree. boy.
I know we're about to start, but one more point to that. Like, Adam Thielen is a monster in the red zone. So, but you're relying on that. If the touchdowns aren't there, you're going to be very disappointed with Thielen. He used to be a high reception, high target guy early in his career. He's just not that anymore. He's a touchdown threat. He's awesome in the red zone. I think it's going to come to fruition, but there's a little bit more risk when you're relying on touchdowns.
And I got my first player, Christian McCaffrey. Welcome to
easy
the
pick.
squad.
Nice.
Easy pick, yeah, easy pick. Geek Hippie, what's up? Welcome in.
What up,
Welcome in.
Yeah.
Also, guys, if you're just joining us now, I wanted to fill you in on what we're doing here today. It's not just a mock draft. We're doing a 17 mock draft, but each JL,
17.
Josh, and I have an age range that we are drafting from. Josh has the young guys, 24 and under. I've got that middle range, that sweet spot, 25 to 27. And then JL has 28 plus.
Oh my God. I hate you, Tim. You little piece of
You did it.
shit.
You did it. That's so.
There's really only one other guy I think you could take in the first round, JL. And it's not someone you're going to want to take, I feel like.
That was awesome, Tim.
It's not a position you're going to want to take.
Wait, am I 27 and under?
You're 24 and under.
Oh, 20. No, okay. I'm sorry. Are you 27 and under?
27 to 25, yeah. And JL's 28 plus.
So if you missed what happened, Tim, who drafted 2 spots ahead of me, took Derrick Henry, who is my one running back, really, that is very viable, 28 and up in the NFL. So thanks, Tim.
You can draft
Damian Williams. Damn it. I'm just giving names to Tim. He's just probably queuing them up.
Guys, I literally only have 2. So yeah, I feel like I have to draft these 2 guys. Jamar Chase.
This is fun, man. I wish there were like real leagues like this, or like maybe you drafted ages ahead of time instead of just doing ranges, and then you go in and do stuff like that. Like that's fun. Josh, where did you go here?
Jamar Chase and Najee Harris. I'm pretty happy with my picks.
That's pretty good.
No one can be mad so far. Joe, you got Cooper Kupp. You know what? You can't be mad about Cooper Kupp. You might have to build a nice little 0 RB team here, though.
I don't think I have a choice.
Your favorite, yeah. I think that's what you want.
Yeah, I bet I know who you want. I guarantee I know who you want here.
Do you?
I guarantee it.
All right, write it down.
I'm pretty confident. I know who I would want.
Right before you, another wide receiver I know you love that I think was in your age range is gone.
Was it him?
Yeah, boy, Stephon Diggs is off the board.
Yes, I did really like Diggs.
There's one other guy that. Yeah, it's him. I swear to God, Travis Kelce.
It was Kelce.
It looks like Tim was a little bit upset over me. I'm looking at Tim, and he was kind of upset when you took Kelce.
Yeah, we're talking 28 and up guys. I mean, who is better than Mr. Kelce?
Man. Yeah. Especially in a best ball league, a smaller best ball league with less teams, when you can set yourself apart, having that tight end advantage. I'm right there with you, man. That's a great pick. I like all 3 of our teams so far.
These running backs flew off the board, but that's
okay. Where'd they all go, man? I don't see them.
Joe Mixon. So we started this draft, Christian McCaffrey, Joe Mixon, which is a very anti-Simon team. Usually I've been drafting a lot of hero RB this year. One running back early and then waiting, hammering that wide receiver and tight end position. Just
so you know you're up again, Simon.
Oh, shit.
You have 8 seconds.
7 seconds. I can't pause this one.
Okay. I'm going another running back. I'm going full robust RB right here. I grabbed Aaron Jones as my next guy.
And we talked about it going in, Simon. Like, this was kind of more or less the plan, right?
There were other players that I think I wanted more. Like, I would have loved to take a Deebo Samuel there. It would have been fun to take a Mark Andrews there. But running back, it's ugly for me fast in this age range. So I want to get at least 2 of those.
And real fast, talking to that point, I feel like there's almost a reason why it gets ugly fast. Because, if you're not producing by the time you're 25 years old, if you're not an elite producer, it's just people kind of give up on you, right?
And then they bring the young guys in. Yeah, if you're not an elite producer, you're going to get replaced by someone younger than you. That's a great point, Josh.
Yeah.
Wow, what a great point.
And just the fantasy community, if you haven't put up good numbers by the year 25, 3 years into your career or whatever, just people are the upside's not there. You know?
Yeah, where the heck did Corey Davis go? I have no idea if that was just a non sequitur completely. But I was thinking that earlier. Where the heck did Corey Davis go?
Well, he's on the Jets right now.
I know, but nobody talks about him anymore.
Yeah, because
they got Elijah Moore and
I know, exactly. That's pretty crazy.
That's exactly it. And even last year, going on the Jets, no one was like, "Oh shit, I'm on the clock."
How old is it? Josh, you have a whole 15 seconds. You should be fine.
Yeah, it's like a eternity.
A whole 15 seconds.
Tim, look at Tim's team right now. Derrick Henry, Devontae Adams, Mike Evans. Those are all guys that are in my queue.
Mike Evans, I was so disappointed when he was 28. I wanted to draft him
when he turned 28.
Just worst birthday ever that Mike Evans turned 28. His birthday, not mine.
Let's look at your birthday boy roster. CMC, Joe Mixon, Aaron Jones. That's pretty hot.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it so far.
Dude, I love my team so far. I am so freaking hyped about my team.
Your team's down here.
I don't know.
Najee, Devontae.
Someone from Front Yard Fantasy misses your caps. Is this you in the chat saying that you miss your
saying to myself that does sound like me?
Yeah, you're on the clock, Joe. You know that.
I feel like I just made a bad pick. Not a bad pick at all. I love who I just picked, but I forgot about someone.
You forgot about someone? A player that may not make it back to you at a position that you want a specific person in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I know what you're saying. I think I know what you're saying. Maybe you shouldn't have said it out loud in front of Tim.
Maybe I should have said it out loud in front of Tim. What are you talking about? Tim's not paying attention. Forget.
J-Wall said, oops, JL, I missed your caps.
Mystery solved.
I wonder who sent the initial message before. We have NBA in here. Said, speaking of Baltimore wide receivers, Josh and JL, which wide receiver besides Bateman are you projecting having the highest fantasy points per game, and which one having the most receiving yards? So outside of Bateman, are there other wide receivers you guys have any interest in?
Prochet is my favorite. If you made me pick right now, it'd be James Prochet. I like Devin Duvernay. He's more of a slot guy. I just don't see how he finds relevance. So if you made me pick someone in all aspects of your question, my answer would be Prochet.
I think that's fair. I see Prochet. I definitely put Prochet in the same bucket as Duvernay. I don't know. Maybe this is the year we see Tylan Wallace do something.
I know you're saying wide receiver. I just watched the Ravens preseason game, and Isaiah Likely, their tight end.
Oh, yeah, they did use him.
Looked awesome. Like, awesome, man. He had one catch that was miraculous, man. I like Isaiah Likely, especially in a dynasty league. This year, he probably won't be that involved, but yeah. John Harbaugh came out this week and said that he will be a big part of the offense. I mean, I think that's some hype, offseason hype. And coach.
Well, yeah. I believe he said it's likely he'll be a big part of the offense.
Oh, you mother. That was good. That was good.
Tim back on the clock. 1 second. Oh, Nick off my cue, Tim. No, I'm good on running back now. I'm probably not drafting another running back the rest of this draft now. Like I drafted 4 top end running backs.
Pitts, oh, yeah, Pitts was the guy, Simon. I'm sure you know.
Yeah, Craig drafted Pitts.
Now I'm screwed at tight end.
Hey, you got some young guys later. Not TJ Hawkinson, we found out. He turned 25.
Yeah, this sucks.
Man, I'm regretting my pick of Josh Allen. I just felt like it was such a reach to grab a receiver there, like some of the receivers. So I grabbed Josh Allen, but there's so many good all the best quarterbacks are in my age range. Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Kyler Murray.
This sucks.
Jail, who'd you go with here?
Michael Thomas.
Nice. Round 5 in a 7-man league. You feel good about it?
Nope.
Not at all.
Not one bit.
I feel like what's going to happen, Jail, is you're not going to keep reaching. Eventually, ADP is going to catch up with you.
I don't know if it is.
I think we'll catch up to where you are in ADP, and we'll hit a point where like you're drafting players at or below ADP. But for right now, I think you're reaching a bit.
I'm going to continue to reach. I don't have a choice.
That's what it felt like for me whenever we did the divisions.
Oh, yeah.
I had the South divisions. It turned bad fast.
I had a great time.
You did. So this is only fair, Jail, that you got the West divisions last time. You struck gold drafting from the West, and now
it was pretty nice.
The old guys, right?
I can't even lie. It was pretty nice. Z2, I'm guessing. Looks like Z2 name. It's a pretty.
It is Z-Tech. That's their name. Austin Eckler, Saquon Barkley, Stephon Diggs, DJ Moore, Mark Andrews. Yeah, that's pretty high. I'm a little upset you took Andrews. I was going to take Andrews with my next pick if you didn't take him.
I really screwed up not taking Pitts in the third four turn. But it's all good. I like my team. I really did.
We had another question from NBA in here saying, Josh and JL, Screw Simon. He doesn't have anything to say about the Ravens. If you have to bet today, would you put money on Mike Davis or Gus Edwards, who will have more total rushing yards at the end of the season? And why?
I'm 1,000% confident. Obviously, I could go Mike Davis this way. Gus Edwards might not be ready for week 1, but when he's ready, he's the number 2 running back behind J.K. Dobbins. If J.K. Dobbins is healthy, Mike Davis is a plotter. He's an old guy. He's really just a body because the Ravens need guys because Gus Edwards isn't practicing right now. J.K. Dobbins isn't practicing in full right now. So while Mike Davis is fine and he might not even make the team, to be completely honest.
He's not fine. He was terrible last year. He was not good. Like I think
I will say he looked pretty good at the open practice. It was just an open practice, so you can't take too much from it.
You said it there. Yeah. It's an open practice.
But still, he still looked good running on the field.
I almost made a Twitter post watching the preseason game because Mike Davis had 2 runs for 2 yards. And I was like, oh, look, classic Mike Davis. Here we go. And then the next 3 runs, he rips off 3 big runs and a touchdown. I'm like, okay, never mind. I'm fine. Having said that, Gus Edwards is the number 2 running back. I'm extremely confident about that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Look up his numbers. I mean, he's one of the most efficient running backs since he's came into the league 4 or 5 years ago. So just in terms of yards per carry, and he's just efficient.
I grabbed Dalton Schultz there. Mike Williams, my first wide receiver, and then Dalton Schultz at tight end. There's I'm not convinced any of this tier of tight end that are in my age range makes it back to me. And I don't want to be I want at least one of these guys, so I'm not stuck just staring at Evan Ingram, Austin Hooper tight end room at the end of this draft. Maybe one of those guys, but I don't need 2 of them when we're in a 7-man league.
I'm really hoping one guy falls.
Tim with Lamar Jackson. Tim, I'm jealous of that pick. I wish I would have passed on Josh Allen, drafted A.J. Brown instead, and then grabbed Lamar Jackson here instead of either Mike Williams or Dalton Schultz. Probably instead of Mike Williams. I would have liked my team a lot more. Man, that would have been beautiful.
My God! No!
You struggling, J.O.?
Did you get sniped? Was Allen
Robinson? That sucks.
And it wasn't even
Tim is having a great time over here. He's just enjoying seeing you sniped, man. It's great.
This is the worst.
Sniped.
Mr. Scampers, what's up? Says I'm incredibly late, and we've got Scottfish in the chat saying, such a great show, guys. I am totally watching and definitely didn't open the link to type this and then leave again.
No, I understand. You can't even blame on the ad. So
you can't even blame on the ads. Yeah,
Scottfish has never told a lie in his life, so we know this is true. We know every word of this is true. He's not gone and not even listening to us say this anymore.
Is he still there or did he leave?
He's still here, and we plan on hanging out with him tonight.
Oh, wow.
And we'll meet up with Mr. Fish later tonight.
A little fish.
Unless he's too busy watching replays of our show, which maybe he might be.
He does do that.
Could be the case.
It is his Sunday night routine.
Mm-hmm.
NBA rigged, and you're saying Mike Davis is gonna get touches, especially passing downs, as Dobbins and Gus are gonna miss time. If they do miss time, surely he's gonna get touches.
Yeah,
don't call me Shirley.
There's no doubt in my mind that he touches. It's just if Gus Edwards is healthy, Gus Edwards is gonna get a lot more touches than him.
Yep. Oh, and Jail's gone. We got Albert in here saying hello, everyone. What's up, Albert? Welcome in on this Sunday night. We are doing a fun draft where we are only able to draft players from a certain age range. Josh has the young guys, 24 and under. I've got the middle range, 25 to 27. And JL has the old guys, 28 plus. And he's having a great time down there doing it.
Fantastic. Haven't been sniped once.
Not once. Just twice.
Just twice.
Guys, I've been pretty happy with my picks. Like every time I'm on the board. I mean, again, I keep complaining about Kyle Pitts, but maybe just the ages make it easier because I'm like, oh, I'm pretty limited. So it's these 2 guys, you know.
Joey, you're saying I took an Uber with Scott Fish and he tipped the driver $10 to watch his FYF backpack video. That is true. And it took all of the $10. He offered 8 first, was turned down, had to offer 10 just to get him to watch it. Deontay Johnson.
Oh, it's me.
And hey, those guys were young. They didn't even snipe you, JL. DK Metcalf, Deontay Johnson. Oh, Josh had to take DK Metcalf. Or not had to. You couldn't. Josh could. He could only take, you know what I'm saying. He couldn't snipe.
Old people. I was wondering if DK Metcalf hit 25 yet. He's 24 still. I'm assuming he's turning 25 pretty soon, though. So,
yeah. Thanks for he's still 24, though. JL, I figured Melvin Gordon was going to be a running back that you targeted in this draft.
He's one of 2.
There's a couple other guys you can grab.
Immediately, like when I knew you had the old guy JL, I was like, JL's gonna be struggling on a running back.
Man, I just needed to be first. If I could have gotten Derrick Henry,
Derrick Henry, right? Yeah.
But freaking Tim.
There's one other guy, JL. Actually, he's a wide receiver.
Actually, he doesn't even play in the NFL.
Cordell Patterson.
Yeah, wide receiver.
Yeah. He is a wide receiver on FanDuel, isn't he?
Yeah.
Mr. Scamber's in here saying super duper stoked for all of your Expo shenanigans. Oh, we got some shenanigans for you guys. I'm ready to share our shenanigans with you.
Shenanigans are endless.
Okay, we're gonna go back to me. Ooh, we're gonna go with some Juju Smith-Schuster right there.
How old's he?
25.
The right age to be on my team.
Perfect.
He's 25.
As long as I checked properly.
He's 25. You're good.
And then do I want to do this or do I want to grab another? Oh, man, this is so tough.
Oh, guys, everyone, you see this back here? Everyone watching? Sign Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor.
I'm so freaking pumped. Beautiful. This is awesome.
We went Terry McLaurin, double wide receiver on the turn. Juju plus Scary Terry.
That's a really good question, NBA Rick. But like,
what did NBA?
For that at all. I'm just like not prepared for it at all.
Who would have 50 more targets spike compared to last year?
Think of anyone that was injured last year. Michael
Bateman.
Thomas, Rashad Bateman, Juju Smith-Schuster. Actually, no, I think Juju Smith-Schuster is a really good answer for this.
Yeah, no, that's a good one.
Yeah, but
you said Allen Robinson.
No, that's actually
Allen Robinson would be a great one. Yeah,
I'm not going to say 50, but 30 to 40. Evan Ingram could see a big jump this year. You know what I mean? He wasn't a critical part of that offense last year, and I think like if he establishes himself as a tight end one there in Jacksonville, he could see 110 targets. That's not out of the outcomes.
It's another injury one, but
I'm trying to think of some more non-injury ones. Who had a situation change? Another injury one came to mind. Julio Jones, but that's not going to see a big bump.
That's another injury one.
Maybe
the top wide receivers real fast.
Maybe Olamide Zaccheaus from the Falcons. Maybe like a second receiver on the Falcons.
Never mind. That's not realistic. He's not going to get 50 more. I was going to say CD Lamb, but he's not going to get 50 more targets.
No.
That's a really good question. I'm just trying to think of players that could have a huge bump in targets.
Courtland Sutton?
Mike Williams. Courtland Sutton's a good one. And Jerry Jeudy.
Sutton is a good one.
I like Courtland Sutton actually there. Yeah. Oh, Cam Akers still here. That's what I'm talking about.
Mr. Scamber said several rookies. Yeah, several rookies will have 50 more targets in the NFL than they had last year. Mr. Scamber's got the correct answer.
Mm-hmm.
Josh, we kind of made a JL sandwich here with me and you being on the ends and then JL in the middle. JL's the meat. We're the bread.
Love a good JL sandwich. So
what kind of bread are we? Are we a nice rye bread?
I like to think like a JL sandwich, but it's vegetarian somehow because JL is just like not meat. Yeah.
Yeah, I am plant based.
Yeah, it's an impossible JL.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's it.
JL on the clock. Oh shoot! I was hoping Chris Godwin would make it back to me. That was going to be my next pick. Alas, he did not.
Alas.
Man, I'm really regretting my early Josh Allen pick.
We've talked about this, I feel like every time we do one of these best ball drafts and it's like a 6 or 8 man league, it's just like the quarterback value is so good late.
I got nervous because of the age thing, but I'm looking at it and like still Joe Burrow, Kyler Murray still sitting there staring at me. I would much rather have them here in the 10th than Josh Allen in the – when did I draft Josh Allen? In like the 5th. 5 rounds later.
You get Joe Burrow. I mean, Justin Herbert in the 8th, I think I got him.
Yeah, see, I would much rather Herbert in the 8th than Allen in the 5th.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that crazy, though.
No, it is what it is.
Allen is my number 1 quarterback, and he is – I have him projected to be a difference maker at the position.
I'm swimming in quarterbacks over here, guys.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
I'm swimming in quarterbacks.
It's going to be like last time where you drafted like six quarterbacks.
Yeah. Bateman, I was hoping Bateman made it back.
I'm taking another quarterback here. I'm doing it. Make sure they don't have the same bye week.
There's nothing wrong with that, Simon.
I've got Josh Allen and Kyler Murray, and now I'm done drafting quarterback. We're good right there. Okay. And where do I want to go?
NBA Rigged, I see your question there, and let's see. So I have Bateman projected for – so NBA Rigged said Bateman already had 68 targets last year. 50 more would land at 118. Is that realistic? And I think it is realistic. I have projected for 126 targets, actually. And I have the Ravens' whole team projected for a lot less passing attempts than they did the previous season. I think they're going to go try to be more of a running team like they were the 2 previous years. Still, having said that, I have Mark Andrews with 139 targets, Bateman with 126, and no one else with over 50 targets. That's just the way it can play out, man.
Yeah, I feel like that's the most likely outcome here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. That was such a good question by NBA. I just can't get it.
NBA, you're hitting us with the really good questions.
That was a great one. KJ Osborne is a guy. He saw 82 last year. That's gonna be. He can't quite get up.
No. There's no way in hell. Yeah.
No. Gabriel Davis at 63 targets. If you buy into him,
it's semi-realistic.
Moves up to 113. That's well within the range.
Could be a case. Yeah. I like that one.
I think that's probably my favorite one that I found that wasn't injury based so far. Allen Robinson. I know he played only 12 games, but Allen Robinson is probably the best. Did you? And I missed out on you saying that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, how the turntables.
All right. I'm going to draft someone here. I would probably not normally draft this early, but I do think is going to have a breakout season. Cole Kmet. I mean, I have to draft young guys, and he's by far outside of Kyle Pitts, a tight end that's 24 or younger that I feel comfortable having as my starting tight end. So
for sure.
Let's see Kyle Pitts there. Oh, this pick is kind of tough.
Man. Maybe I keep going back to tight ends, but I feel like that's the easy one. David Njoku in that Browns offense could be another one. He saw 50-ish targets last year. I don't expect him to get to 100. That's a lot, but he's going to be on the field.
I don't love that pick.
Where'd you go, Josh?
Amon-Ra St. Brown. I kind of panicked a little bit.
What don't you like about it?
It's not that I don't like it. I was just panicking, and I don't like making panicking picks when it comes down to it. I obviously, right? But the clock was running down on me, and I was checking some guys' ages just to make sure, and I don't want to screw it up. I'm pretty confident about the ages, but I knew Amon-Ra St. Brown was young enough. But I wish I didn't go wide receiver right there, to be honest, because there's so many rookie wide receivers. All of the rookie wide receivers are still on the board. They're all under 24. They all have a ton of upside. So I'd just rather not have Amon-Ra St. Brown right there.
Yeah, I feel you. Man.
I have 3 tight ends. And 1 running back.
You are building
tight ends.
Yeah, let's take a peek at your team, JL.
We can take a peek at my team.
You got 7 wide receivers.
Yep, I got Tom Brady, Melvin Gordon, my 1 running back, Cooper Kupp, Tyreek Hill, Michael Thomas, Brandon Cooks, Adam Thielen, Cordero Patterson, Amari Cooper. Are my wide receivers.
It's a good looking team, though, man. It's a good looking team.
Kelsey, Kittle, and Ertz. That'll do the trick, I guess. Definitely old, very old.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
wow.
Even Allen Lazard.
Yeah, wide receiver got bad for me, but Allen Lazard and Hunter Renfrow.
Yes, nice. Joe.
Suck it! I got the jersey.
Before. Simon's got the jersey. Back the freak off.
We got Mike Williams, Juju Smith-Schuster, Terry McLaurin, Allen Lazard, and Hunter Renfrow as my wide receiver core on this team.
All right, Tim. Kenneth Walker. It's a pretty good pick.
Hey, that's my guy. I was supposed to get him.
Oh, my bad.
Get out of here, bro. No, I'm joking. Feel free to do it, man.
My queue is dwindling quickly. I am afraid I am going to run out of players I checked their ages of ahead of time, and I'm going to have to start picking.
No, Trey Lance! No! No! Good pick.
JL, you just took Dak Prescott. I was shocked to see that Dak Prescott was 29. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I just thought he was. I lumped him in with the young guys, with the Joe Burrows, but he's roughly our age. He's an older quarterback.
93. It's a year older than us.
Guys, I don't know to pick.
Same year as Tim.
Tim.
I don't know to pick. So
you're on the clock again, Josh.
I know.
Rashad Penny went right before you. Mr. Scamper said Brian Edwards had 59 targets last year. Yeah, I don't think Brian Edwards is going to jump up 50 targets.
Not with the addition. Yeah.
No.
I guess maybe, but that doesn't seem likely.
Scampers likes Edwards over Olamide Zacchaeus.
Yeah. That's a great point. If I was saying Olamide and you like Edwards better, it's that same logic that applies. I'm just nervous about that Atlanta passing attack. But, yeah, one of those guys could see a huge bump in targets. Then wants to know, can Robbie Anderson get to 160, 110 last year? No.
That's actually hilarious.
No, I don't think so.
He could.
Because when it comes down to Robbie Anderson was amazingly targeted last season. He should have been at least a number 3 wide receiver.
Oh, without a doubt.
And just bad targets. I mean, DJ Moore was uber targeted as well. And it's just poor targets when it comes down to it. For some reason, Sam Darnold's just not the guy, it seems like.
Josh, and when you say DJ Moore was hyper-targeted, DJ Moore had the 6th most targets in the NFL last year.
Yes.
Like 6th overall, 163 targets for DJ Moore. Like, insane.
It really is.
And it turned into 1,100 yards and 4 touchdowns because they were just awful targets.
Right.
Where was he in receptions if I rank that? Oh, DJ Moore goes all the way down to 12th in receptions, even though he had the 6th most targets. Man, there were guys with less than 150 targets, 140 that had more receptions than DJ Moore last year. Jalen Waddle had 140 targets and had more receptions than DJ Moore last year.
Stop taking young people. I know this is the time to do it because they got a high upside, but I need these guys.
Oh, no, I'm on the clock. So many running backs.
Oh, wow. That must be so nice.
Okay, but the receivers,
I just took Raheem Mostert as my second running back.
You miss out on Patterson's a wide receiver.
In the 14th round.
Oh, no, panic pick. Another tight end.
Oh, guys, do not invest too heavily in running backs in Dynasty. I'm here from the future to tell you it's a bad idea. It gets real rough.
That's so good.
Okay, I know he tweaked his ankle, but I'm taking Christian Kirk because wide receivers for me are getting gross fast. I'm probably done at my other positions. I guess to give a little bit of strat, I got 2 top-tier quarterbacks. I got 4 tier 1 running backs.
Let's look at your team. Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, QB. That's pretty hot.
That's sweet.
CMC,
Screw you, Simon. You're
Aaron Jones, Alvin Kamara. You freaking idiot.
Well, his wide receivers are really good.
Whatever. They're great. They're great.
They're not. They're not in a 7-man league. They're not great.
Mike Williams, Juju, Terry McLaurin. That's all you need.
They're very
freaking
good.
Running backs are that
7-man league. They're not standout. Like his wide receivers are below average for this league. I guarantee.
They're serviceable. Oh, below average for sure, but serviceable nonetheless.
But I've probably got an advantage of QB and running back over almost every other team in this league.
You're 100% right there, Simon. You're 100% right.
This is not how I like to draft teams, though.
Oh,
don't worry.
I thought
you've got 30 seconds. You've got 20 seconds.
My phone buzzed. Oh, guys, this is.
It's
also, Mr. Scampers has some advice for you, Jess. Is Mark Ingram and Latavius Murray are still out there, JL?
Latavius Murray.
Are they?
I think.
Is he
I didn't even mean to get him.
Latavius Murray.
Is he
retired?
Yeah, I think J.D. McKissick is 28. Yeah, J.D. McKissick is out there. There you go.
I didn't even add him to my queue. I just saw his name and I was like, no.
Nah.
It's not going to get to that. It's not going to get to that.
Oh, it's getting to that.
And it's gotten to that.
My queue is down to less than 20 players, so hopefully it works out.
I did not mean to take Jameis Winston
there. He's in the age range,
you guys are talking to me.
Tom Brady, Dak Prescott, Jameis Winston. Oh, you could just keep drafting average quarterbacks above 30, JL. You could draft him until the cows come home.
Apart from Cooper Kupp, my wide receivers look worse than yours, Simon.
Hey, Tyreek Hill, you got Cooper Kupp and Tyreek Hill.
No, Tyreek Hill is getting drafted ahead of all of Simon's receivers, I would say.
Sure.
ADP.
Still.
Yeah.
It's not like my team is freaking amazing at the wide receiver.
No, I think you have the worst team probably.
If you look at my projections, like your wide receivers are pretty good. Like Brandon Cooks, he's getting drafted lower, but like he's gonna have a really good season. It's as simple as that. He's the only guy with the Texans, and he's really talented. He's proven that every year, pretty much.
True.
As long as he can avoid the concussions.
Oh man, this really hurts because there's so many wide receivers I want to draft that I just can't. I can't draft them. I'm not allowed to.
Julio Jones, welcome to my team. You fit right in.
JL, Mr. Scampers just says all of it for you. Amir Abdullah
is getting steam.
Brandon Bolden is 32. You can draft some Brandon Bolden.
James White just retired.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to find a running back for you, JL, and like just no. Like
there's no one.
How old Jamal Williams now? He's 26, right? I don't think Jamal Williams is probably too old, too young. Oh man, this is bad. This is bad for you, JL.
Who you telling?
I'm telling you. Yeah, Jerick McKinnon.
I thought someone took MVS, which is someone I'm having to take here. But luckily, they were still sitting there. I just missed them. And then...
Oh, JL, how about someone we were talking about earlier? NBA Read seems to be, Mike Davis.
Yeah. How could I forget Mike Davis?
We all said really positive things about him for fantasy this year earlier, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Frank Gore might come out of retirement in week 6, says Scampers.
I think he just got arrested for something bad.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's likely not coming back into the NFL. I forgot about that report. Not good, Frank Gore.
Yeah, this is bad for you, JL.
Thanks.
Is Breida? Breida's still too young too, right?
Yeah, maybe what we should have done is made my
Breida's
range
27?
25 to 26, and you got 27.
Probably. You know who's 27? Austin freaking Eckler. Eckler. Yeah, I'm so mad.
At least give that to him for the running back position or something, right?
It's too late. Too late.
What's going to be funny is Jail's going to win this league. Like, we'll just let it sit, and then all of a sudden Jail comes out on top.
Kenyon Drake, welcome to the team.
I forgot Kenyon Drake is our age.
I was watching him play early in the preseason game. He looked solid.
How'd Zamir White look, Josh? I know you were watching him quite a bit on the field out there as well.
He looked good. Fine. Not. He looked fine. They were using him a lot. I want to see what they got in him, right?
He was out there with Jarrett Stidham. I had no idea he was even on the Raiders until today. Whenever we saw him,
we determined it because Jay actually said something smart. Mike with Josh McDaniels coming over. One of the rare smart Jay things, I hope you're still watching, Jay.
Never smart.
Oh, this is bad, guys. This is so bad. I got to draft this guy, I think, just because I got to make sure I get him because there's no young tight ends.
Noah Fant. He got a catch or two in the preseason game.
You got a catch or two in the preseason game.
I wish.
That would be awesome. Also,
I'm sick with COVID.
You are sick with COVID. That's why you weren't playing in the preseason games, right, JL?
Stupid preseason games.
You would have been there. What team were you? What team were you?
What team would I would have wanted?
What team would you would have played on?
Probably the Geckos.
Ah, yeah, the new expansion team based out of Dubuque, Iowa.
Dubuque,
if I remember correctly, there it's
Dubuque
the Dubuque Echoes. That's awful. Mr. Stamper said, "Sorry, but I'm rooting for the old farts." Ty Montgomery.
Ty Montgomery, let's go. That was my guy back in the day.
And now your new guy is Devonte Parker. Oh, yeah, you did love some Ty Montgomery, didn't you?
Oh, I got totally doofed on that one.
You got hoodwinked.
Yeah.
There were a couple people that we've all been hoodwinked on. It was either you or Tim who was super into Tevin Coleman as well.
It was also me. Thank you.
It was also you who, we were like, when he's on this new team, he's going to be an RB1. I'm so excited.
We've all had blunders, make mistakes like this. Like that one time, you also did it again.
I was all in on Doug Martin for years.
Oh, I know.
For years after the prime, that muscle hamster, I couldn't quit.
Well, I mean, it sounds good when you say Doug Martin because he actually had 2 really good seasons at least. Yeah,
but I was in on him.
Ty Montgomery was hot for a bit. He had a streak.
Ty Montgomery was something for a bit. I don't know if hot's the best word, but he was something.
He was hot. He was hot for fantasy.
I guess.
Yeah, people were talking about him. That's true.
DJ Chark, not who I wanted, but
how old is he?
He's probably
in my age range.
What, he's 104.
I would guess 25.
He should be in my range.
9 wide receivers. Do I take another wide receiver?
But all those running backs still on the board.
I know, and I'm going to take a running back here. I'm going to no, because when is he ever going to start for me? He's never going to start for me. It's just not going to happen.
You never know. We're best ball.
Jacoby Myers. I mean, Damian Harris outperforming Austin Eckler, Christian McCaffrey, or not Austin Eckler, sorry, Christian McCaffrey.
Because there's a chance Damian Harris could have a 3-touchdown game. And that automatically puts him in your starting lineup.
Maybe I should have picked him. I'm such an idiot.
I don't know if I'll go that far.
Are there any really old rookies?
One, he's in my age.
Felix Jones Jr.
Damn it.
Bayless.
He's 28.
He's 20. He's 32.
28, 32-year-old rook.
Yeah.
Put me in, coach.
We're about to be up, JL.
I'm up.
Putting him against some 18-year-olds. What's wild to me is the range of what an 18-year-old man looks like. Sometimes it's a child when they step on the field, and sometimes it's like Derrick Henry, who looks like 42 years old, just a grown man out there.
I did it.
JD McKissick. Hey, Swamp's gonna be happy with that pick for you, JL.
Loves JD McKissick.
Mr. Skipper says, is Rex Burkhead available? Maybe. And NBA says, what are your guys' top 3 favorite player or plays of yesterday and today? I know one in particular that I'm going to mention, and it is the 82-yard punt. Oh my God.
I did not think you were going to go that way.
That's the one I've watched the most times. I don't know what it is. It's just beauty to watch that 82. Who was it? Ariza, the rookie, who went out there 82 yards. That punt went. Just that's such an advantage if he can do that consistently. I'm excited to watch him this year. I've never been excited to watch a punter before, but here we are.
What is it? Is he just like a generational punting talent?
Well, here's the thing.
Why don't other punters do that?
He was like the 3rd punter drafted in the NFL draft. In fact, the Ravens, my team, drafted the first punter in the NFL draft.
Yeah, I remember
and he's going to be the starter this year. So like, he looked good in the preseason, but if you're able to kick 82 yards, I can't see why he wasn't the first. There must be some kind of accuracy issues of sorts.
Sometimes it just goes like straight right. It hits a coach.
It just shanks it.
Yeah.
It goes 82 yards into the bleachers, directly to the side.
The one play I thought you were going to mention, by the way, Simon, is what everyone's been talking about, the George Pickens touchdown.
That's what I was going to mention.
Wide receiver 1 in fantasy now. Oh, wait, did I draft him? No.
JL, before we were going, I was scrolling through the names, and I was like, well, JL could draft Kenny Galladay, I guess.
Kenny Galladay's still there.
I didn't think we were going to get all the way down there, but we did.
We did.
Okay.
Oh, he drafted Kenny Galladay?
I did.
What are your running backs looking like, JL?
You just want to humiliate me one more time.
Yeah.
Melvin Gordon,
that's pretty sweet,
followed by Raheem Mostert, followed by Kenyon Drake, followed by JD McKissick.
Oh, God, that is
the
rough,
running back core that is going to wreck you so bad. You're not going to see it coming. This is a championship winning running back core here. Right here.
This is a real 0 RB that you did.
You probably should have taken Mark Ingram, JL, actually.
I could have.
Yeah.
Probably should.
I mean, not that it would have made your team that much better. Like,
no.
Mark Ingram really would have traded my running back position.
Yeah.
Damian Harris made it back to me, so I ended with Damian Harris, 5th running back right there. Whew. Oh my gosh, that was fun. That was really fun. Maria said, so next week is JL only going to be able to draft people with blue eyes. Yeah, we're going to split it up by eye color. Then we're going to do heights. I don't know. Heights is one that I do want to throw out there. Maybe
Josh
we draft some.
Good.
He's going to be so good at that. He's going to know what's up.
Well, it won't make me any better at drafting it. It will make it easier for me.
I want a team of tall boys.
Oh, yeah.
JL's going to draft 6'7" first. He doesn't even know if he's that tall in the NFL, but he's taking
that. We need to find a list of players like
sorted let's do a heights draft next week.
All right, there it is.
We're doing it
next week. Let's go.
That's gonna be fun. Z2 in here says my running back room is nasty. Let's take a peek at Z2's
I was literally just looking at it, and it's Simon level good.
Austin Eckler, Saquon Barkley, James Conner, Leonard Fournette, David Montgomery, Rashad Penny, Tony Pollard, Brian Robinson.
Here's the thing, Z2.
I took too many.
Drafted too many. Because they're so good. Why, when's Brian Robinson?
Why do you need Rashad Penny on this team with Saquon Barkley, Austin Eckler, James Conner, and Leonard Fournette?
Sure, you're just piling on.
But you do have a sick running back.
It is sick.
Absolutely sick running back core.
Oh, he took George Pickens.
I might have just taken a couple more receivers if I were you on that.
Man, it must be so nice to draft rookies.
Your team is good, though, man. Your team is good.
Not you, JL, just to be clear. He's talking to
No, definitely not you, JL.
No, I know.
JL, but you know what? If this is a redraft league and we're going into the season, it's only a 7-team league. That waiver wire is going to be fresh for the picking as the season progresses. You drafted a 0 running back team that's pretty good at your other positions, I feel like. Like, it's not bad at the other positions. If this was a redraft team with a waiver wire where you could be active and you're really proactive in grabbing the guys that break out week 1, or there's an injury in front of them, maybe J.K. Dobbins gets hurt again and you have to go get Gus Edwards. This team can go from being one of the worst teams to one of the better teams. I feel like you've got that going for you. And that
if not, I'll just trade all these tight ends here.
Z2 said, because I want Rashad Penny on this team. That checks out.
What if JL could draft like 27 years old, and so could Simon? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like overlapping.
Oh, that's fun. Overlapping age ranges. Oh, look at all these ideas we got.
We got 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now.
Next week's heights, but you stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned
the whole time.
Can we do weights? Can we do weights too?
We'll be back.
Yeah, and then let's do height. Let's do BMIs after that. We'll go with BMIs after that draft. That one's gonna be hard to do. NBA in here saying, sweet Sunday chatting NFL with all three of you stellar folks. Happy birthday, Simon. Napoleon cake is drooling for all of us. Share some pics in Discord with us on this day that belongs to you, sir. NBA, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's go. Tim drafted an absolutely beautiful team. Guys, thank you everybody who joined and drafted along with us. This was an absolute blast. I love these like themed drafts, guys. They're so much fun. Josh, you killed it. JL, you did your absolute best with what you were dealt.
You did your best.
Thank you.
You did a pretty good job.
That's all I asked.
You did.
Guys, that is going to be it for us this evening. Before we go, though, a couple reminders. If you have not done so already and you like what we're doing over here, hit that like button to show us a little bit of support here on the FanDuel channel. And make sure that you subscribe as well. Hit that big red button. I told you about it at the beginning. It's probably still there, and it's probably still red, unless you have some sort of weird YouTube plugin that changes the color to like chromatic orange or something like that.
Good willpower if you've waited this long to hit that red button. Let me tell you.
Yeah, great willpower. I don't know how you made it this far. But guys, after you do that, head on over to TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, type in FanDuel, and you'll find FanDuel's content across all of those platforms. Whole team of awesome content creators. If you like what we're doing here, we are live every day, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern time, streaming games. We do mock drafts on Mondays usually, and we play games Tuesday through Friday. So come hang out with us. We will not be live tomorrow at 3 p.m. That's over on our channel at Front Yard Fantasy. But every other day, every other Monday, we are live. But guys, I think that's it for us. I think we're gonna call it on this Sunday afternoon after that glorious draft. Anything else, JL? Any parting words about your team? Anything you want to say?
Happy birthday, Simon.
Happy birthday.
Woo!
Thank you so much. Happy birthday to you too, JL. Guys, that's going to be
it. Here comes Tim.
Oh, no. Tim, did you have to poop? We got to go because Tim has to poop. Guys, we will
squeeze in, Tim. Squeeze in behind him.
We'll see you all next week.
Treaty Week Fantasy Fun.
Adios, everyone.
Let's go.